Happy Monday, beautiful people. Welcome back to LoveBabz Love Talk. It's a new week. We're still in fall. It's October. It's nice outside, I think, or it's a little cloudy, but it's not snowing. It's not raining. And it's pretty mild for this time of year. So here we go. Ooh, it's been a lot going on. Let's see. I hope everybody is well. I had a sore throat all week. I have a dairy allergy. And the meds that I'm on has been doing a really great job of keeping me up. But I didn't have a sore throat over the weekend. Then it just sort of showed up this morning. So I'm a little bummed by that because I was feeling pretty good. Now I'm like, So I feel like I got a little bit of a sore throat. I don't like it. So I'm just gonna and I sound like I got a lot of mucus in me. Ugh. I think what's gonna happen is I just need to stop eating altogether. Like I shouldn't just eat anything. I just have to just stop eating at all. Just stop. Because everything seems to affect me. Anyway, uh, good morning. Let me tell you what the weekend was like. It was a great weekend. It really was a great weekend. I got to see art. I bought art. I don't even know where the art I bought. I bought jewelry. I shouldn't have bought a damn thing. But I take it all the way back to Thursday. Uh, we went to Hartford Trinity College. Ife, Marquisha, and I, we saw a play about James Baldwin and the friendship he had with Lorraine Hansberry. And it was really good. I enjoyed it very much. The brother that played James Baldwin, he wasn't mimicking James Baldwin. He gave you the essence and the inflection of James Baldwin, which is what you want an artist to do, to make you believe that that is James Baldwin. And so I think we all believed that it was James Baldwin. It was really wonderfully done. And the sister that played Lorraine Hansberry just came off of doing A Raisin in the Sun somewhere under the direction of the brother that runs Collective Consciousness. And I know that only because he said it in the post that I put up. So that's really cool. Uh and then Friday, I did a photo shoot with Chris Randall and Teresa Joseph, which was fun in front of the Mofo. The Mofo was that London double decker that they bought that they are tricking out um, as an event space, all of that. And in the midst of doing the photo shoot, I was stung by a bee, which didn't hurt. Now it's just itchy, but it swelled up like a baseball on the back of my shoulder. It's going down now. I'm not allergic to bees. Thank God. Thank God there's something I'm not allergic to. That would have been a mess. So anyway, so I got stung by a bee. Oh, oh Lord. So that's that. Went over to possible futures afterwards. I had this wonderful crown on, this floral crown, gold, that I saw by another photographer a few years back at an open studios at Erector Square, a sister. And she had taken pictures of somebody in this crowd. I asked her, I said, "Oh, that's beautiful. Where did you go?" She had two different ones. And she said, "I ordered it from Etsy. This is the person." So, of course, Of course, I go and I order one from Etsy. This was a few years back. So I've been holding on to this thing for, oh no, 4 years or so. And finally got to wear it for this photo shoot. I can't wait to see these pictures. Really can't wait to see them. I think they're going to be wonderful. I mean, Chris Randall and Teresa Joseph, they are such a creative team. They are really a creative team. Such a creative team. So, uh, yeah. So I did that and then ran over to Possible Futures for a little tequila after hours. Um, Hung out with Ife a little bit. I want to say we did something on Friday, but I don't remember what it was. And oh no, I think I just went home and she went and hung out with Lisa Gray and them. So I went home. And then Saturday I got up, I went to it was Lucy Gelman's birthday, so happy birthday, Lucy Gelman. And went to Amplify the Arts in Hamden, which was amazing. Saw all the artists, bought some jewelry. I mean, I bought jewelry. Uh, Two pieces from the same artist, one piece from a different artist. I bought a piece of a print from Nicole and just had a really good time. Ate some good food, drank some good champagne. Uh, we had a really good time. Then we ran over to Susan Clinard's open studio. That was wonderful. Just to be in her space, it looked so good. Jonathan bought a piece. Hope Chavez bought a piece. It was nice. Had a good time. Her husband came over with the dog, the stinky farting dog. So that was good. And then went home Saturday, Sunday. I didn't do anything yesterday. I really just did nothing. I had a plan. I didn't do any of my plan. So it was very quiet, very restful. I have things I have to take care of. I am a bit of a procrastinator sometimes. Not often. I mean, often enough where I know I'm procrastinating. So I have to, I got some things that I got to handle and I've been procrastinating about, but they must be dealt with. And once I deal with a thing, I go full speed ahead and deal with it. It just takes me a minute to like deal with it. So that's the thing. And today is a couple of things. Today is my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Margaret. Uh, uh, it's Indigenous Peoples Day. Uh, and yeah. So there's a lot going on today. Today feels, a little weighty, a little bit weighty, but we move forward. We move forward. Uh, so yeah, there's a piece up on Open Studios. Uh, yeah, I bought that print from Jasmine Nicole called Confidence. I love it. So I bought that yesterday. And Karen Ponzio has a story up on the New Haven Independent. I didn't see Karen, so she must have went on Sunday, or she must have came after I left. But it was wonderful. We had a good time. Everybody had a good time. The children's art was lovely. Not well, young youth art. Youth art. Yada was there playing the violin. They had an all-girl DJ going on for the 2 days. It was really, really a wonderful event. And it was at the Eli Whitney Barn, which is a nice space. So so yeah, I mean it was a Brian Slatery went over to West Haven to see Susan Clinard. And then uh because they had a whole that whole building had artists in it. So I didn't toot around at the other artist space. I just went right to Susan's space and hung out, you know. Yeah. So that worked. It worked. It was a good weekend. I'm just so mucusy, you know. I don't know why, so I don't know why. I was fine and then I'm not fine. Oh, that's all right. Uh, I probably need to go and get to the gym today, but I might not. I might not. I might not. I might not. So, what else is going on? The election is what, 20 days away? Uh, and I still freaked out that people still think they want Donald Trump as their president. I don't think they want Donald Trump as their president. I just think people are just being stupid. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I say let black women run everything. Can't go wrong. I mean, we are the number one rescuers of everything. Can't go wrong. So I'll just leave it at that. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I said this at the beginning of October. I'm gonna say it again. Get your tatas checked, ladies and gentlemen. If you notice something, tell your doctor immediately. Don't wait. Don't rest. Don't get afraid. Just handle your health. That's got to be the message. It is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. If you see something, say something. If you think somebody is going through something, notify people, the authorities. If someone finds themselves in a domestic violence situation, there's help out there. I want people to know they are not alone. Because what happens is when you find yourself in domestic violence situations, people always think that they themselves are alone and they are themselves are the only ones going through what is happening to them. And so the uh the first thought is always to isolate and to just kind of hide a little bit. Um there is a national hotline, 1-800-799-7233. 1-800-799-7233. Or you can text 88788, 88788. That is the national hotline. Connecticut Coalition Against Domestic Violence, CCADV, can help too. So you are not alone. There are people ready to help. Um, there are lots of ways in which you can get the help that you need, make a plan, get to safety, all of the things. There are people who are experienced and understand how to do this work, and you will not be alone, and you will be safe. So make the call, reach out, don't suffer in silence. Uh, please, 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 please. In Connecticut specifically, 888-774-2900. 888-774-2900. That's ConnecticutSafeConnect.org. So I just want people to know that they are not alone. And I know people feel embarrassed, people feel afraid, somebody's threatening you, beating you, all that stuff, and they do the things that they do. They tell you, if you tell, I'll kill you or kill your family. I mean, it's just it's terrorism. It's domestic terrorism, and you are afraid, and you just want the fear to end. You just want the battery to stop, and so you kind of acquiesce to whatever the battery is telling you. And I'm here to tell you, there's help. There's help. So reach out to people, reach out. I'll keep that number going, talking about it uh, periodically over the course of this broadcast. And you know, I got guests. Let's see, tomorrow. So tomorrow I got David Greenberg coming on at 9:15. He's got a book on John Lewis. I don't think you can have too many books on John Lewis, to tell you the truth. So he's coming on. We're going to talk about that. Uh, and then Wednesday, I've got Kamar Jewell coming on. He's a young playwright at the Yale School of Drama. And he's got a play uh, premiering this week. We'll talk more about it as we get closer to it. Let's see. I think I'm going to the Yale Rep on Thursday for a play, opening night of The Falcon Girls. And then my Friday looks wide open. My weekend looks, well, a friend of mine is having a birthday party. I'm gonna go to that. But my weekend looks pretty open, which is nice. Gala season has calmed down just a bit, just a little bit, and then it amps up. And it amps up let's see. I don't have another gala to go to until November. Yeah. So I think the next thing I go to is oh Lord. So I got the New Haven Links brunch November 2nd, which I'm excited about. I got the Arts Council awards and the Jack Gala. Three things. Three things. I'll make them all. Don't you worry. And then I think I have a City Seed fundraiser the following week, but that's not a gala. It's just straight up party. And then the New Haven Club. I think the New Haven Club is my last gala of the gala season. And then we move into holiday parties. But that's a whole other story. So yeah, so I think my last gala is November 9th at Anthony's Ocean View. I'm the MC for the New Haven Club. But somebody asked me to do something. I think I have something to do. The CCA event. I'm doing that. I'm emceeing their thing. Okay. So I'm doing that. I think it's community. I don't know whose it is. They'll get back to me. That's the 26th. But that's an afternoon thing, so not quite gala. Although they might call it a gala. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see. Uh, I have a sore throat. Sore throat. Uh, let's see what else is going on. I'm over at the New Haven Independent. Uh, I need to take a practice LSAT test, which I think I'm going to do today. I am sick this morning. I think I'm going to skip my workout and take a walk instead. I think I'm going to, uh, I think, yeah, Yeah, I think I'm a skip. Um, oh, sorry. I'm just quiet as all could be. This is radio. I have to be talking. I'm so comfortable. Oh, oh, Lord have mercy. No, yeah. I think I ate something that tried to trigger me again a little bit, which is fine. Oh, live. We shall live. We shall do all the things. Um, let me see what's going on in the inner city. The paper is out, so you all are welcome to find the paper, read the paper, get the paper. It's out. I try to keep the paper in the little library in front of my house. Uh, I try to do that. So far, it's been good. I don't put too many. I just put a few. Um, because it's not a holder for paper. So, uh, yeah, yeah. So I try to now now that we don't have an office. I have to go and get the papers just like everybody else. So usually I go by Edge of the Woods, or they usually have them at CVS. I don't ever see them at Stop and Shop anymore. I think after the pandemic they were like, we just didn't deliver there. They didn't want anything there, but who knows? I mean, I might be surprised if I go over there and find the paper. Oh, no, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So, I've been following this whole uh Ta-Nehisi Coates, the book The Message. He's been stumping around with, and people are in their feelings about. Some people are in their feelings about. But I think he makes a good case that, we can't just uh we can't just say just because we concern ourselves with the plight of Palestinians who are being harmed and killed wholesale. We cannot we it is not anti-Israel to sort of say we are concerning ourselves with the Palestinian people. And I find that narrative so distasteful and so not what people mean. And I wish that some of the Jewish folks who are standing on that would see it for what it is. But I think there are a lot of Jewish people who do not condone this and who do not believe that this is the answer or the way, or and does not speak to them as Jewish people. And I have enough Jewish friends who have let me know that that is the case. That they don't they that they are protesting what is happening as well. And I have a lot of Jewish friends who feel this way, and have been public, who and have stood. And then I know some Jewish people who have been just the opposite, who are just, if you say anything about, if you say anything, what you're saying is you don't believe Israel has a right to protect itself or defend itself. That's all they hear. That's all they hear. That is the beginning and the end. Every time you say something about stop killing these people or think about the Palestinian people, if anything like that, and they hear, "Oh, you're saying you don't want us to defend ourselves. We don't have the right to defend ourselves." And that is so narrow and so outrageously crazy. Uh, we just want the bombing and the harming of people to stop on both sides, right? Like we just want it to stop. I don't want to see Israelis killed either. I damn sure don't want to see Palestinians killed the way they're killed and run out and run over and displaced the way that they are displaced. And if we don't talk about that, if we don't say that, if we don't uh, have some weight on that, we can't be silent. And we are with uh, Israel when they need to defend themselves against, anybody that would bring harm to them. But this ain't that. And that's that's real. You know. That's real. So anyway, I just I still feel what I feel. I still think it's all wrong. And good people have to stand up and I have to say that. So anyway, my mother would have been 83 years old today, and I dare say we would have cooked for her and fawned all over her and given her gifts and she would have been like, "Oh, I just want you all around and I want gifts." I could hear her just as clear as I could hear anything. She would be like, "Oh, no." But then she liked gifts. Go figure. So I'm sure my brother will make his way to the cemetery today, as he always does, and probably put flowers on her grave or something. And then he'll go back on the anniversary of her death, which is the 30th, and bring more flowers, I imagine. I haven't been out there in a very long time. So, because my mother always just said, "I'm not out there." But I just like to go to see the grave and see the headstone and uh, you know. So anyway, yeah. So she would have been 83 today. And it's an odd thing, you know. Yeah. So anyway, I'll treat the day uh peacefully. Yeah. I'll treat the day peacefully. That's it. That's all I could do, you know. Miss her, you know. And that's it. So yeah, so I'm sure my brother will make his way out there sometime today. Today is Indigenous Peoples Day too. So things are closed. Banks, post office, uh, you know, I just read somewhere, I just heard the news that they have come to believe that Christopher Columbus was uh, uh a Latino and Jewish, I think. Yeah. And interesting. Oh, damn it. I'm writing on the wrong thing. And so he was not Italian. I don't I don't I don't know what the Italians do at this point. I don't know what they do. I don't know if they just double down on Christopher Columbus. Like I don't, his DNA is saying he is and he wasn't a nice person, I'll tell you that. Uh uh so yeah, so there's I'm looking for I'm gonna look up his study finds that he was a Sephardic Jew from Western Europe. So apparently he was secretly Jewish. Whew. I don't know what the what the Italians gonna say about this. I don't know what they're gonna say. I guess I'll uh uh um what they'll say that. So Sephardic Jews practice standard Judaism, recognizing the Torah as their holy book. And on the high holiday of Passover, Sephardic Jews eat foods that differ from Ashkenazi Jews, such as rice and corn products, and have different customs, such as reenacting the Jewish exodus from Egypt. So they descend from, trace their ancestral lines of cultural heritage through the medieval Iberian Peninsula, present-day Spain and Portugal. So that would make sense for Christopher Columbus, because he came from that part of the world. And so the modern Israeli Hebrew definition of Sephardic is a much broader religious-based definition that generally excludes ethnic considerations in its most basic form. As a broad religious definition, any Jew of any ethnic background who follows the customs and traditions of the Sepharad. All right. So the Ashkenazi Jews come from Eastern Europe, Germany, and France, while the Sephardic Jews are from Spain, Portugal, Africa, and the Middle East. So the black people, the darker hued people. All right, I got you. I got you. Okay. Okay. So so does the Sephardic Jew show up on DNA? Well, it generally shows up as Middle Eastern, North African, and Southern European. So they're not genetically distinct as the Kanazi Jews. Okay. So I get where, they like to liken him to Italian because it's part of Italian Jews would have been Sephardic Jews too, or would have been Sephardic. So Jews who arrived in Italy following their expulsion from the Iberian Peninsula, that's how you got those Italian Jews. And so I would imagine, Christopher Columbus coming from where he came from just fell right in to Italy, fell right in with the peoples. but he was a Sephardic Jew from Spain. So, so there's that. Interesting, you know. Uh, so it's interesting. So I don't know what the Italians do with that information. Uh, but he was, I mean, the DNA don't lie. He is genetically Jewish and Spanish. So I, I don't know what you do with that. So, uh, interesting. So I mean, I bet you there'll be people who will just double down on it and just be like, no, 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 he's Italian. We're gonna claim him as an Italian. And and then I guess the Jewish people have to reconcile with this a little bit too. If he was Jewish, what claim do they make on it? Even though he was a Sephardic Jew, he's still a Jewish. And what do you do? That's the thing about DNA, man. Them genes don't lie. The blood don't lie. The blood doesn't lie. The blood will tell you what it'll tell you. The blood will tell you what it'll tell you. And so I appreciate that they have done all this work on this, set the record straight, you know. So he's really closer to African than he is to anything else. I bet you if that DNA is highlighted a little bit more. I mean, the Iberian Peninsula is right there, right there. Know your geography, right there. So anyway, I actually like Indigenous Peoples Day. I think Christopher Columbus has just been centered in our narrative and our history for so long as the discoverer of America. And he was not the discoverer of America. He was a lost cat and landed and be like, all right. He brought disease and ill will and I don't know why we still want to I don't know why we want to hold on to that narrative. And I think it's mostly because it makes us feel a certain way, you know. And I get people have a sense of pride about whatever, but when you know the truth of things, then you have to find your pride in the truth of things, you know. That's all. You just have to, you know, just have to find the truth of things. So the movement to really go to Indigenous Peoples Day is a national holiday to celebrate Native American customs and heritage, and it was first recognized in 2021 by the Biden administration. Uh, and it isn't listed as a federal holiday, but because it falls on Columbus Day, well, that's just what it is. So, so I don't it so Columbus Day, the second Monday in October, is one of the nation's 11 federally recognized holidays, but it's not observed by some businesses in some states and some institutions, especially amid the push uh, to shift recognition away from explorer Christopher Columbus and instead honor the original peoples. So, okay. So I kind of like Indigenous Peoples Day. We've had a steady diet of Christopher Columbus, and I don't think anybody would I mean, I know people will be upset if we're not celebrating it. But what when you find out the truth of things, can you still celebrate it though? Like, do you just double down and just like I don't care what the history says, what the blood says, what we find out later, what we know now. I don't care about any of that. I'm gonna stand on what I was told originally. And that's kind of odd. Kind of odd. So anyway, anyway. Uh um, I don't know. I think we have to wrestle with this. But I tend to want to lean into teachers having a bigger say in the way that they frame history and teach history. I think there's some good teachers out there who know how to teach history in a way um, that can teach history in a way that is affirming and honest and real and truthful without uh, beating up what was. That's what I want to say. Because I think we have to. And there's a part of me that's like, I just wanna, I just want people to get to the truth and beat them over the head with it. But I also understand that, when you've been fed a steady diet, you have to gently pull apart the layers for people so that they can get there. Do you know what I mean? Like really get there. So that's the point that I want to make. Not that I'm a sympathizer, because I am not. Oh, my brother did get out to my mother's he did get out to my mother's site, and yeah, he got out there. My brother is a lot. He goes every year though. Somebody's got to do it, I guess. I guess he feels compelled. He does it. And it's pretty nice of him to do it. And he takes stuff, him and his wife, they take all the things and maybe I'll go out there today. We'll see. Maybe I'll take a drive over there. And when I go out there, then I walk over to my grandmother's grave. I walk over to my brother's grave. I haven't done that in a very long time. And if you're out there, you might as well just do it, right? So I always kind of forget where they are, And I used to go out there quite often. When she first was buried, I planted tulips, and they would come up, they would come up, and then the cemetery just chopped them down. I was like, I might go and stick some in the ground again. I might just do that. Make some bulbs and like tulips to come up. You have to bury them deep enough so the squirrels don't eat them. You know. So I really should have taken some marigolds out there because my mother liked marigolds. I should have taken a little pot of marigolds out there. You know, well, maybe I'll go out there today. We'll see. We shall see. Uh, yeah. So I think I'm gonna just take this day and I gotta take my LSAT, my practice LSAT, and then rest a little bit. And I was fine, and now I'm not fine. And now I feel a little bit under the weather again. So, so that might be a little bit of a problem. So anyway, enough about that. Hi Harry, hi Paul. I don't know if they're around, if they're in the office today or people took the day off or whatever. The chief says the fire prevention time. Time for you to change your smoke alarms. Like, and listen, if you don't change them, they're gonna beep. So get in the habit of changing them, because those things really do save lives. They really do save lives, and you know, they really do save lives, and people should be mindful, you know, of making sure that they pay attention to their smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors, so they could keep themselves and their family safe. So I'm just putting it out there, particularly when we just had this big fire on the 11th over there on Elm Street, and somebody lost their life, and I just find that to be a terrible, terrible way to die. And this is the time of year where, it's getting colder and maybe people can't afford their turn the heat on, and so they're doing all kinds of alternative things that could be problematic. So just putting it out there, good people. Just putting it out there. So I have a doctor's appointment today. I'm gonna reschedule that for the end of the week. And so when I take my break, I'm gonna jump through the maze of changing this appointment. And go through that process. And then I'll come back and we'll find some other thing to get into for the 10 o'clock hour. Since I'm exhausted by weather, so I don't want to talk about that anymore. So we'll figure out what we could get into. So I'll be right back. Maybe I'll make some tea. Oh, that's smooth, Harry.
This is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut.
And you're listening to WAHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at freedomindependent.org.
So tell me, will you keep me safe when I'm in your arms? I'm in your arms. Control me, show me love, you show me love, show me everything my heart is capable of. And now I can't break away from this fire that we started. You have broken into my heart. This time I feel the blues have departed. Nothing can keep me away from this feeling. I know I Hey girl, here you go. Gotta let you know that it's amazing how you make me feel. Oh, I never let you go. We gon' be invincible. To my surprise, she said that's how I feel. And then that's when the earth stood still. When we found my love. That's when my life found purpose. When we found love. I knew that I was done with searching. When we found love. You made my world complete. When we found love. I knew that we could do anything, yeah. Remember when time stood still? I can't believe I found love that's oh so real. I saw an angel the other day resemble you. I was sure that love had come around. Hey girl, here you go. Gotta let you know that it's amazing how you make me feel. Oh, I never let you go. We gon' be invincible. To my surprise, she said that's how I feel. That's when my life found purpose. I knew that I was done with searching. When we fell in love, when love made love. Every time that I walk through the door, I fall deeper. Said I knew from the start, baby, you were a keeper. Even when you get on my nerves, I would never leave you. I would never leave you. Said I blessed the day when we met, girl, you sing me. When we fell in love, yeah. Baby, when we fell in love. When we fell in love. I remember when we fell in love. I blessed the day we fell in love, baby. Oh my, yeah. Getting next to you, my heart skips a beat, baby. I knew that we would be till that deal was part. When we
Woo, good morning and welcome back to the second hour of Love Babz Love Talk. So I started a new series last night, which is an old series, but I never caught on to it. I started watching Peaky Blinders. I think I started watching it because I'm intrigued with the lead character, his name's Cillian, and I find him interesting. He's an interesting looking man. And so uh I saw him on a couple of awards, the late night talk things, and I find him interesting. I find him interesting to look at. He makes me think of Christopher Walken in a way with those weird eyes. Uh, but he just seems so interesting. He's 48 years old. He's born May 25th, 1976. He's an Irish actor who has worked in theater, film, and television for almost 30 years, since he was a kid, I guess. He's got an introverted personality. He's married to Yvonne McGuinness. Man, you can't get no more Irish than that name, can you? He's got two children, Malachi Murphy and Aaron Murphy. But I've been watching him in Peaky Blinders, and I guess it ran from 2013 to 2022. And oh, you pronounce it Killian Murphy. Killian. Okay, Killian. Anyway, Killian. But he's an interesting looking man. But I'm enjoying this whole show. It is the wildest show. I'm trying to understand. I mean, I get it. It's Irish, it's gypsy, it's mob, it's organized crime, I mean, it's gambling, it's backdoor stuff. I don't know. And but I'm up to I think I'm up to season three. It's only six seasons because I guess it went off. And but I started watching it. I was like, I like this. I like it. So now I want to see him in some other stuff. He's got some work out there. Small Things, Kinsuke's Kingdom, Oppenheimer, A Quiet Place, Anna, uh, The Delinquent Season, The Party, Dunkirk, Free Fire, and Anthropoid. So I don't know any of these I'm gonna go and watch. I might catch Oppenheimer because that's recent. But I like him, so I'm interested. Anyway, so I'm gonna finish up the series. I binged it yesterday because I didn't go anywhere yesterday. Because I just needed to stay home. And so and I'm gonna do the same today. I'm gonna stay in today and do some stuff around, stuff that I need to do. I'm gonna sit and take my practice LSAT in a little bit. I'm gonna make some tea or grind some coffee or something, and I'll do that. But so yeah, so I've been intrigued with this whole Peaky Blinders thing. Uh, so I'm gonna catch up and it'll be done. And then because because I have to get ready for Harry, I'm gonna get you into it this year. Uh, Hallmark Christmas movies start in a couple of days. They kick off the holiday season where it's just all Christmas movies all day. So, and they got some new ones out. So, Harry, you gotta watch. Listen. This is enjoyable TV. There's no violence, there's no war, there's no beat up, there's no trash talking. Boy meets girl. They have a little bit of a rough spot. some attraction. They get confused. Then in the end, it's love. Good, clean, wholesome movie watching and a happy ending, which is what we need. We need something with a happy ending, damn it. We need some happy ending somewhere. So I'm going with Hallmark on this. So yeah, so I've been counting down. Me and Talia Nunez, we've been counting down the Hallmark movies. So it starts in a couple of days. I'm just letting you know. That's how I'm gonna spend my time. Let's see. Let me pull it up. I can tell you. 6 days. Okay, so now it's 4 days. I think it's oh wait, I might be. Excuse me. Excuse me, good people. All right, so these are all the new movies that are kicking off. I'm gonna give it to you because I know you want it. So Friday, October 18th kicks it off. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights, starting at 8 o'clock. So Harry, you could get in Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Wholesome movies. You can watch these with your granddaughters. 'Twas the day before Christmas. That's the 18th. And then Holiday Crashers, that's Saturday. Scouting for Christmas, that's Sunday. And then the next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And they go all the way to Saturday, December 21st. So you got October, November, December to get these movies in. And I'm so delighted. And they've got some, my favorite actors, black and white, doing some of these. I watched a Christmas movie yesterday or Friday night. Harlem, Home to Harlem, or Harlem for the Holidays or something. It was so charming. I mean, they're corny, yes, 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 but we need a little corniness. The world is crazy. And I'm not trying to be escapist. That's not it. But you got to balance all the talk of how do we get out of wars? How do we take care of people? Like that's a lot to have on your brain all the time. So if you could spend a little time rechanneling that energy into something. And I don't want to say mindless, but it's just nice to have an old-fashioned romantic movie, that's funny and quirky, and you're rooting for them to get together, and you know what I mean? Like, there's no violence. She's not getting beat up. He's not a drug addict. I mean, there's none of that. And I know those stories are important too. Don't get me wrong. We like those stories too. But sometimes you just want to sit and just have TV that doesn't harm you or that nobody's being harmed. At best, it's a misunderstanding and a comedy of errors. That's about as much as you're going to get for tension. And that's fine. So, Hallmark holiday movies, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, starting Friday, they are all new, starting at 8 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, until 12 December 21st. So I'm just telling you, it's my favorite thing. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's just charming. So be charmed. It's all right to be charmed. It's all right to be charmed, people. It's all right. It's all right. Get in there. Get in there. So, yeah. So, yeah, my bee sting is going down. It just itches. It doesn't hurt. It just itches a lot. Just itches. So I'm like, all right. But it's like a baseball. but now it's like a deflated baseball, you know. And uh-oh, is Harry coming on to talk about he's joining me on my love of Hallmark Christmas movies? I'm just saying, you are welcome. You are welcome. And let me also say, I hope my Jewish sisters and brothers had a peaceful Yom Kippur. I normally text people, my Jewish friends. I didn't do it this year because I think the holidays were so back to back, and I was just like, ooh, uh, let me not bombard my them with text because I know they're observant. So anyway, here, um, happy Yom Kippur. I hope the new year is peaceful and enlightening. That's what I hope. So, and to my indigenous people, my friends, happy Indigenous Peoples Day. And I hope today uh, helps us all remember the land and the air and the water, right? Like that's a thing. The land, the air, and the water. And to the first peoples who were good stewards of this land, this air, and this water for hundreds of years, thousands of years, hundreds of years, you know. So today is Indigenous Peoples Day. So, if you don't know anything about Indigenous people, look it up, immerse yourself a little bit, and do something in solidarity with Indigenous people here and abroad in spaces, you know. That's a good way to honor, I think, if you can. And begin to unlearn Christopher Columbus. let's let's just unlearn some of that stuff. And let's focus on what is important. And let us remember the first peoples who were the first stewards are the stewards. And let's not speak of indigenous people as if they are not among us. They are very much alive people. I know we tend to talk about indigenous people as if it's like 1492, like they don't exist. They are very much here. They're very much trying to remind us and to teach us to be good stewards of this land and air and water. So they're not extinct. Indigenous people are very much here. They're very much around us. And I think we have to sort of talk about them in the present tense rather than in alignment with Christopher Columbus as if he is gone and they are gone. They are not gone. They are very much here, and they have voices and they're raising their voices. So I just want to remind people that when we speak about indigenous people are very much around and present. And you can absolutely listen to their voices. There are podcasts, um, there are books. There's a lot of good books, indigenous people's books, and poetry that you can get for yourself so that you can begin to undo uh, uh, Christopher Columbus. So, and there's some really good Supreme Court cases around native sovereignty in the U.S. Supreme Court cases. There is intersectional writing on justice and national security. There is Uh, all kinds. There's a symposium on Johnson versus Emmentosh, the Tribal Law Journal of the University of New Mexico. They've got a piece out by The Fire We Carry by Rebecca Nagel, the host of This Land podcast. She has a new book. It just came out last month, subtitled "The Generations Long Fight for Justice on Native Land." Uh, and it says that this might be a particular interest to readers looking for more on the themes of sovereignty discussed in By the Fire We Carry. So Bad River is a film now streaming and at screenings throughout December, explores issues at the intersection of sovereignty and environmental justice through the experiences of Bad River Band of Lake Superior, Chippewa. And then Undammed, the Klamath River Story. It's a podcast. You can find it on Spotify and Apple. It's airing now with new episodes weekly, offers an example of indigenous climate leadership. So there's a lot. So you know we don't have to stay in 1692. Like we can come to the present and talk about present things that are affecting the lives and the livelihood of indigenous people, First Peoples. So so let's talk about the indigenous people in the present. And there's a lot of material out there. Uh, so I just want to remind people that because I think when people think about indigenous people, when they have conversations about indigenous people, they always just think Indians like Indians from like back in the day. Like they wear jeans and stuff just like we, you know, and we owe them some time, our time. We owe them our time. So I just wanted to highlight that today. Uh, because there's much going on and much to discuss. The MFA in Boston is having an open house. The Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. So they're having from 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. today. So if you're in the Boston area and you're listening to me, make your way over to the Museum of Fine Arts. They've got a whole day of activities that they are celebrating. So I just want people uh, to know that. And we've got indigenous stuff here in New Haven too. And there's a whole museum up there by the Mohegan Sun. So I mean, there's stuff going on. There's stuff going on. Lots of stuff going on. Uh, so, so yeah. So use this day. This is a perfect day, to learn and to get up to speed and to immerse yourself a little bit in the indigenous history and the indigenous livelihood of folks in this country. And some of you that are listening to me in faraway lands, you have indigenous people too. There are places in the world that weren't colonized, but a lot of it was. And so you have indigenous people. So look to where you are and look to those people and learn about their stories, so that we can undo and move through this whole narrative of Christopher Columbus and pilgrims and natives and all this other kind of stuff. So uh I'm gonna find, let me see, what can I find? I didn't pull my I didn't pull my my native indigenous authors. I've got some Joy Harjo books. And uh I wanted to read some poetry of some native folks. I mean, if you don't know Joy Harjo, then this would be a good opportunity for you to explore and expand your poetry, uh, uh, your poetry life. Because if you don't have Joy Harjo in your poetry collection, can you even say you have a poetry collection? Seriously? That's all I'm saying. And I'm trying to pull up some recent stuff. Uh, I'm not having much luck, but yeah, that's all right. I just probably have to put some dates in and see what's up. Uh, August, they just had the Woody Guthrie Center Indigenous Language Poetry Night with Words of the People. So that was pretty cool. Um, Indigenous Nations Poet, they had a reading Monday. Uh, so there's a retreat happening. Indigenous Nations Poets. They have created some fellows. Uh, that's pretty cool. Uh, Friday, April 12th, 24, Native American Calling, the new Native Voices in Poetry. So there's some stuff going on. You just have to look for it and be about it. James Welch Prize for Indigenous Poetry. They just awarded two outstanding poems, each written by an Indigenous U.S. poet. So there's some good stuff going on. Some really good stuff. Is it enough? Probably not. Probably not even enough. Um, and I have to follow up with the Yale Indigenous people because I had them on, I think, I don't know, a while back. Uh, they was doing a performance piece. Um, I think I gotta look. They were doing something at Yale, and I had them on as guests. And it was, I think it was like a conference of some sort, a gathering. And it was really, really interesting to have them on to talk about this particular work. Now I gotta go back and see if they did it again. And I gotta keep them. Yeah, see, there is a lot of indigenous poets. Uh and I would invite you to see some indigenous films that are centering indigenous voices, not like white people telling you the story of indigenous people, which has merit and value, I imagine. But when folks tell their own stories, it's told from a different lens, told through a different lens and told differently. So I'm just I'm just putting it out there. I'm just I'm just putting it out there because it does mean something when people tell their own stories. It means a great deal. Uh, so I'm looking at the National Endowment for Arts. This piece was from 2021. Uh, I don't have any Alison Adele Hedge Coke poetry books, but I'm gonna put it on my uh, I'm gonna put it on my bucket list because I think just by looking at what she has put out there, like this poem right here. Let's see. This poem, America I Sing Back. And she wrote this in 1958. Alison Adele Hedge Cook. I don't have any of her poetry. But I must go and find it because when I look up indigenous people's poetry, she comes up a great deal, and I don't know her work, but I'm gonna make it my business to I'm gonna make it my business to find out about her and about her work. Um, so her name is Allison Adele Hedge Koch. She was born in Amarillo, Texas, August 4th, 1958. She grew up in North Carolina, Canada, and on the Great Plains. In her initial days of high school, Hedge Koch dropped out and went to work sharecropping tobacco, working fields and waters to support herself. And she had already been working in factories, fields, and food service on a North Carolina child work permit since early youth. She finished her GED at 16 years old and went on to study photography, traditional arts, and writing and community education classes at North Carolina State University. It's a very interesting woman. So, let's see, what else? Hedge Cook moved to Tennessee and then California, where she participated in retraining for former field workers, studied performing arts, and completed a play, Icicles. She received an Associate's in Fine Arts in Creative Writing from the Institute of American Indian Arts, and then took the GRE, skipping her bachelor's degree to earn a master's in fine art in poetry from Vermont College. Ain't that something? So she is of mixed heritage, frequently addresses issues of culture, prejudice, indigenous rights, the environment, peace, violence, abuse, and labor in her poetry and other creative works. She has authored 6 full-length books of poetry. Look at the Blue, Coffee House Press 2022, Burn, Mad Hat Press 2017, Streaming, Coffee House Press 2014, and winner of a Lifetime Achievement Award from Native Writers Circle of the Americas, a 2015 PIN Southwest Book Award, and a bronze medal in the 2015 Independent Publisher Book Awards. Blood Run, Salt Publishing 2006, Off Season City Pipe, uh, Coffee House Press 2005, and Dog Road Woman, Coffee House Press 1997. She is the winner of the 1998 American Book Award and a finalist for the Patterson Poetry Prize. In 2004, she also published a memoir, Rock Ghost Willow Deer, A Story of Survival, University of Nebraska Press, about her cultural heritage, her childhood growing up with a schizophrenic mother, and her struggles with substance abuse and domestic violence. She is a literary activist. Hedge Koch works with incarcerated youth, underserved indigenous youth and elders, among others, and founded and directs the annual Honoring the Sandhill Crane Migration Literary Retreat and Festival on the Platte River. She is an award-winning editor of 10 poetry anthologies, including Sing, Poetry of the Indigenous Americas, a University of Arizona Press 2011, and Effigies, an anthology of new indigenous writing, Salt Publishing 2009. She serves on several editorial boards, as well as on the board of the Zoe Glosia and Penny Candy Books. So she was the 2017 Tulsa Artist Fellowship, the 2016 Library of Congress Writer Biner Fellowship, the King Chavez Parks Award, the Sioux Falls Mayor Award for Excellence in Literary Arts, and the Word Crafter of the Year and National Mentor of the Year awards from WordCraft Circle, among others. She is a founding member of the Vermont College of Fine Arts, Masters in Fine Arts Writing and Publishing, uh, has held endowed Reynolds Chair at the University of Nebraska, and NEH Chair, Hartwick College, and has served as field faculty for Naropa University and artist residence for the University of Central Oklahoma, and as a distinguished writer in residence at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. She currently serves as a distinguished professor of creative writing at the University of California at Riverside, where she teaches poetry, prose, performance, fiction, and film, interdisciplinary work, and teaches narrative medicine for the UCR School of Medicine. She lives in Riverside, California. So that, my friends, is but one of many indigenous poems. And so poets. So I'm gonna I wanted to try to read one of her poems, but this one is a little long. It might not. It's America I Sing for Phil Young, her father, Robert Hedge Cook, Whitman, and Hughes. America I sing back what sung you in. Sing back the moment you cherished breath. Sing you home into yourself and back to reason. Oh, before America began to sing, I sung her to sleep, held her cradle board, wept her into day. My song gave her creation, prepared her delivery, held her served chord beautifully beaded. My song helped her stand, held her hand for first steps, nourished her very being, fed her, placed her three sisters strong. My song comforted her as she battled my reason, broke my long held footing sure as any child might do. Lo, as she pushed herself away, forced me to remove myself as I cried this country, my song grow, roses in each tears fall. My blood-veined rivers painted pipestone quarries, circled canyons, which she made herself maiden fine. Oh, but here I am, here I remain, high on each and every peak, carefully rumbling her great underbelly, prepared to pour forth singing. And sing again I will, as I have always done. Never silence unless the company of strangers singing. The stoic face, polite prose, polite while dancing, deep inside, polite mother of her word, sister of myself. When my song sings aloud again, when I call her back to cradle, call her to peer into waters, to behold in dark and light, day and night, call her to sing along, call her to mature, to envision, then she will make herself over. My song will make it so. When she grows far past her self-considered purpose, I will sing her back, I will sing, oh, I will, I do. America, I sing back what you sung in. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. I think I have guests tomorrow. Hang on, let me check. It's Indigenous Day. I got Greenberg. I got David Greenberg on tomorrow about his John Lewis book. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks, Harry. Thanks, Paul. Have a good day. Okay, I don't know where people are. Harry, anybody? Hello,
Hi.
hello.
I'm here.
Okay, we're going now.
I'm I'm playing the music. You just can't hear
Okay,
it for
I
some
just can't
reason.
hear it. All right, then I'm out. I'll see you tomorrow. I got guests.